have our London cycles in here perfectly when you induce low and London open. Of course, minor inducement first, then best case mitigation of higher time frame areas. Wait for a break of structure. You trade the mitigation, can happen in London or Frankfurt. Just be aware of those. Then, of course, we covered all the retail traps. And again, go to charts and backtest that and how that build it up all the time, and try to really understand where these retailers getting induced and where the stop areas are. That will help you a lot to identify where price will go next and obviously what you expect next. Then we had our LIT starter kit. Like again, that's just a perfect example of how a perfect day in terms of like if Enigma does everything the perfect way, everything lines up with liquidity, that is the perfect way. We'll also give you this in the commands. And again, you flip it upside down to have both perfect scenarios in here. And we can call this plane here the full daily cycle. So you will understand like what the full daily cycle is. Again, first London open trap in here, and then a New York trap, not a New York reversal, but a New York trap reversal. New York will make a false move, and then you're waiting for trap time, which is 1 hour after. And then again, you're trading in line with what? LETs and EDMs and London close in here. So you have 4 technical entries in New York and 3 technical entries in London. What do we have as well? Magic manipulation minutes. They always give you a proper re-entry if the play is nice or they form in the extreme. Always spot these times and just follow with the play. Then of course we have variation 1 to the theme, which is the London knockout, because sometimes again if you're in the middle, let's say this is your extreme, this is your decisional, right? The extreme is all the way up here, your decisional is here. Now finally whatever London taps in here, whatever gives you a reaction, awesome. But then whatever next day London is here, but then they want to go to the all the way extreme, induces low. Again, you expect the whole day to be ranging or trending until again Asia is getting traded here and then taps into here in London, and then you can expect this as well. So that's when you have like these London knockouts, when they're just inducing the wrong way first to get induced breakout traders and trend traders the wrong direction. Then they grabbed so much liquidity that they can completely shift the whole day in just one direction until they're getting to the next area of interest on the higher time frames. Not only GU on Friday, again, that happens like a lot. Okay. Yeah, perfection. And again, we drew this shit like months ago, so we cannot even make that shit up. Then we have the retail heaven. We just made it clearer, by the way. So this is a little bit clearer. We had like other variations, which is exactly the same. But yeah, this is just a clear illustration here. So then we had the retail heaven, okay, which is technically not an heaven for them, but we just call it the heaven because the whole day is just one direction. So technically, again, they seeing the trend and like, oh my God, the trend is so perfect. Follow the trend is your friend and shit like that, whatever. But again, technically, it's not the retail heaven, and the actual meaning is just like a trending day in one direction. When they're actually inducing high, best case come back for us, midline or even high sometimes, right? If they whatever, Asia range is here, they induce minor inducement here, then they come back, retest these areas, and then they just go higher. That of course can happen as well. Same scenario. If you are on here and here, extreme area, and this is your decisional area, let's say whatever, it happened, Frankfurt happens here, Asia happens here. You can have sometimes, for whatever reason, an inducement high retest of this area because maybe this was in here a major inducement. Let's say liquidity was highly built up here, and this by itself was a major inducement. Again, technically, it's nicer if you get a breakout low and then go higher, of course, but sometimes they grabbed so much liquidity in this major inducement that they just can range the whole day still here. Okay, you just need to identify, okay, then the next area would be here, Asia range, London, perfect, and then reversal. But again, these days can happen in between as well. It's just, again, lines align with the bigger picture. If this is your major inducement in here, okay? Same thing. You just need to identify where you are in the bigger picture. How do we know which team will be? Look at the bigger time frames. Again, as I just drew, if you have an extreme supply zone in here, decisional time zone in here, again, if this area in here is to the left 4 hour, this is a major inducement on the 4 hour whatsoever. 4 hour got mitigated in here, maybe this is even Asia. right? If this is Asia in here and Asia mitigates the major inducement, again, what can you have? Trading away from here, you expect it anyway. So if Asia now makes an inducement high, what can you expect? Best case, gonna coming back to Asia midline and then go like this. Okay, but you're just trading the bigger picture play and you're trading away from the major inducement. Make sense? When a major inducement happens, how do we know they grabbed enough liquidity? So yeah, again, look at the bigger picture. For example, I will show you later that she trade where exactly something like this happened, where you have like something like this on the 4 hour, and then the next day, whatever, makes something like this. This is already a major inducement. Then Asia happened here, and of course you don't expect like inducement low because you're already having a major inducement, and then again you can have something like this easily. Okay, and then the whole day just ends like this. But again, you're trading away from the major inducement. That's when you know technically play is done. So again, this is clean as well. Timing just as a confluence. Then we have our starter kit. Then we have our London knockout in the middle of two significant zones. And then we have our retail heaven in the same thing, where they just induce high, going back to the midline or the Asia high, and then just trending for the rest of the day.